Help a confused sister. What can I use now to strengthen my hair? It's breaking up like hell. I normally do Rasta, but when it's time to undo them, this is what always happens. I'm glad she paused and asked. Beneath her scalp skin surface are stressed hair follicles. And Rasta slash braids repeated back to back, especially on hair with poor foundation, can quietly cause this. Pay attention, it's not only braids, but any high tension hairstyle. Not because braids is bad, but how she goes about it. If we've never had this discussion before, it's time. Let's have it now.
You don't already know, if you get your braids too tight too often, you can actually develop traction alopecia, which means that your hair will start falling out. The hair that you're trying to protect, it will start falling out.
Braids are actually not a protective style, to be honest, because the amount of breakage I got from these braids, it was overwhelming. And at a point, I'm like,
Box braids are my favorite protective style. But what are we protecting?
It's not a protective style, and it's a high tension insulation style.
Yeah.
It's like weights on your follicle. Just think of putting little half a pound weights on those follicles. Would you want that on your follicle? Even if you had to hold a 5-pound weight for a month in your hand, wouldn't your arm feel tired? Wouldn't you be like, I gotta get rid of this weight? That's what your follicles are telling you.
They are right. Understand this, and you won't want to wear braids or tight plaits all year round. Have a 6 to 8 weeks break in between installs to help the scalp recover from the stress. Neither would you want your braids tight or leave them in for more than 8 weeks. Follicles can only tolerate tension for a limited time. After that, they slip into premature rest. It's a survival response. Hair that grows out of these is made of thinner fibers. It's weak and snaps at the slightest provocation. They barely survive long enough. Edges and the frontal hairline are always the first to suffer because they are smaller and located shallower in the skin compared to hair in the central scalp with thicker dermis and stronger connective tissue. Can her hair be restored with stimulation? Yes. The sight of small hairs sticking out or visible follicle openings means follicles are still alive. Early intervention is key because the longer follicles remain in the resting phase, the harder it can be to reactivate them. If pores are still visible but smaller and hair that grows back is very thin, weak, or short, follicles have shrunk. It means they are alive but weakened. Recovery is possible but slower. Constant stimulation is necessary and zero traction. If there were no visible follicles, openings / pores, and the skin looks shiny, smooth, or scar-like, it means the follicles are destroyed or replaced by scar tissue. Stimulants can no longer help. It's reached a point of no return. You don't want to sentence yourself to life under wigs. Not you, not your daughter. Let's stop stressing follicles and inflaming the scalp. You know better now how to go about your braids and plaits. And there's more. Before you even braid, what's up with your hair? Foundation matters. We're getting to that and what to use as requested by the lady. But first, let's take a peek under the skin. Hair grows from follicles in a natural 3-phase cycle. During the growth phase, anagen, which lasts 2 to 6 years, special cells at the base of the follicle create new hair. These cells receive nutrients from a tiny blood supply called the dermal papilla. New cells keep forming and pushing upward, creating the visible hair strand. When this growth phase ends, the follicle moves into a short 2 to 3 weeks transition phase, catagen. Hair growth stops and the base of the hair hardens and moves slightly upward, away from its blood supply. The follicle then enters the resting phase telogen, which lasts about 3 to 5 months. The hair becomes a club hair and stays in the follicle until a new growth cycle begins. When the new growth phase starts again, the follicle reconnects to its blood supply and produces a new hair. As the new hair grows, the old hair naturally sheds. This cycle, however, can be disrupted, preventing hair from re-entering growth phase and stay stuck in resting phase. Constantly stressed follicles, inflamed scalps, are common factors within the Afro community that trigger the growth phase to become shorter and the resting phase longer. Over time, follicles shrink and produce thinner, weaker hairs, especially around the crown and front of the scalp. Hair stimulants work by improving blood flow and support around the follicle. They help follicles stay longer in the growth phase, shorten the resting phase, and encourage dormant follicles to grow again.
Some people notice a brief increase in shedding at the start. This is temporary and often means the follicles are responding and resetting the growth cycle. Visible improvement usually takes about 3 to 4 months of consistent use, as follicles need time to return to a healthier growth cycle.
So, what to use, the lady asks. Clarifying, conditioning, growth boosting hair smoothie. It's a 3-in-1. It acts as a clarifier, helping to remove product residues, hard water, minerals from scalp and hair. Okay. It's necessary.
We go heavy on products on our hair to keep it moisturized. Yeah. And we don't wash it every other day. We suffer more from buildup.
How was my British? Europe, where the lady resides, is notorious for hard water. Leaves lime on scalp and hair. It creates a sticky scum that coats each hair strand and scalp and bars moisture from penetrating the hair shaft, frustrating product absorption. We need moisturizers and stimulants absorbed easy. Right. If you don't clarify, you risk clogging and inflammation, triggers that can send follicles to premature rest. The smoothie also resets scalp and hair pH back to slightly acidic, which is the favorable pH for healthy hair and scalp. Powered by Panax ginseng, one of the most revered, important, and widely used tonic herbs in ancient Chinese herbal medicine. The smoothie boosts blood circulation to the scalp, delivering more oxygen and nutrients directly to follicles. This helps awaken sluggish follicles. It's a powerful natural stimulant. Stronger roots, better circulation, longer growth time means thicker, healthier, faster growing hair. The smoothie is used on wash days. It's a rinse off. And finally, the hair is ready for the next product, a fresh coat of Juneberry hair butter. With water as first ingredient, it hydrates and moisturizes, has ingredients that penetrate the cortex, reduce protein loss, add slip, which is necessary for our hair, and seal it in with Waxy Genius to reduce the rate at which the butter evaporates from hair. Sealing is actually highly recommended for long-term hairstyles like braids. And the final step, recently introduced, Root Fuel, a leave-in hair stimulant, powered by the same power herb, Panax ginseng. A good number don't wash hair weekly or at least every 2 weeks, widening the intervals at which they treat their hair with clarifying, conditioning, growth-boosting hair smoothie. Root Fuel was formulated to fill that gap. It also contains ingredients that calm the scalp and reduce inflammation.
If you feel pain, burning, bumps forming within 24 to 48 hours, headache after getting a new hairstyle, shiny stretched skin, if you feel any of those, it means follicles already inflamed.
Stop traction early, reduce inflammation, improve scalp circulation, stay consistent. Men should start stimulating at the first sign of balding to delay it. Smoothie and Root Fuel go on the scalp. Butter and Waxy Genius go on hair, not scalp. With the smoothie even dissolving residues from scalp, Root Fuel will penetrate better. Understanding the science of your hair changes how you care for it. This has been Juneberry, saving one curl at a time.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, master.